What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, in shocking news, undefeated 3-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the reigning WBO, World Boxing Organization welterweight world champion, who is widely considered by many to be the number one best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and Terrence Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford has a record of 39 wins, no losses, no draw, 30 big wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age at 5'8" with a 74-inch arm reach. He's heading into the biggest fight of his career, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, as he takes on undefeated, unified three-belt WBA, WBC, IBF welterweight world champion superstar boxer, who is widely considered by many to be top 2, if not number 1, definitely top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, in Earl "The Truth" Spence Jr. Earl Spence Jr. has a record of 28 wins, no loss, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Again, this is the biggest fight in 40 years, the most anticipated fight since Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They both undefeated. They both top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. And everybody's drawing straws, trying to truly figure out who they feel is going to win the fight, who they're going to feel is victorious in this fight. And it's drawing straws. This is the last time we had a fight, and I'll reiterate this time and time again. The last time we had a fight of this magnitude that saw two fighters that was a 50-50 fight was September 16th, 1981, when Sugar Ray Leonard took on Tommy the Hitman Hearns. That's the last time, right? Where you didn't see many holes in either one of their games to see them, to favor one guy heavily, right? This is truly a 50-50 fight. And so it's boiling down to people, and they're starting to talk about resumes, okay? Who has the better resume? And Terrence Crawford was once again asked about the resume, to which Terrence Crawford this time responded. Usually he responds by defending his resume, by saying, naming fighters he fought and naming fighters Errol Spence fought and mutual fighters that they have fought. But this time, Terrence Crawford, he just simply had enough. And he stated, resumes don't matter. It won't matter. I respect Errol Spence as a fighter, but resume don't matter. He says at the end of the day, 2-time world champion, welterweight world champion, retired future Hall of Fame superstar boxer, Showtime Shawn Porter, who finished his career with a record of 31 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, 17 wins by way of knockout. Okay, Shawn Porter stood at 5'7" with a 69.5-inch arm reach. They both faced off against Shawn Porter. Errol Spence faced Shawn Porter September of 2019 in the unification bout. Terrence Crawford faced Shawn Porter in November of 2021 and defended his title. So with that said, they both have Shawn Porter as a mutual opponent. Shawn Porter is arguably both of their toughest outing for both guys. Shawn Porter was the toughest fight for Terrence Crawford, and he was the toughest fight for Errol Spence. So with that said, Terrence Crawford, he says, Shawn Porter has a better resume than both of us, and we both beat him. So resumes don't matter. And I would have to agree. Many people always ask me, who has the best resume in boxing? And I say, outside of Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, who's not officially retired at the moment, Showtime Shawn Porter has the best resume in boxing. Now, that's looking at it from a standpoint of win, lose, or draw. Shawn Porter has fought each and every person that presented itself as a challenge. He stepped up to the challenge, whether it was Adrian Broner, whether it was Paulie Malignaggi, whether it was Andre Berto, whether it was Devin Alexander, whether it was Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, whether it was Kell Brook, whether it was Yordenis Ugas. Shawn Porter has fought everybody. Danny Garcia, he's fought Keith Thurman, and he's never been blown out in any fight. Actually, the only fight that went without any type of controversy, and it still had controversy, was the fight with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, because Terrence Crawford stopped Shawn Porter, dropped him twice, and got a stoppage victory. Shawn Porter's father, trainer, and manager, Kenny Porter, saw enough and waved the white towel. But in the fight with Errol Spence, many people feel like the knockdown in the 11th round was the difference in the fight that saw Errol Spence the victor. Many people felt like Kell Brook excessive holding with Shawn Porter saw Kell Brook be the victor. Many people feel like Keith Thurman fight was extremely close and split decision in favor of Keith Thurman. He beat Danny Garcia. Yordenis Ugas fight was extremely close. He got the nod in that fight. He blew out Adrian Broner, Andre Berto, Devin Alexander. He ran right over them. So Shawn Porter has never been in a fight where he's not exciting. He's never been blown out of any fight, not even the Terrence Crawford fight, because there was many people that thought that Shawn Porter was up on the cards going into the 10th round when Terrence Crawford got the stoppage. There's a historic moment when Terrence Crawford is sitting on his stool and he looks at Timothy Bradley, and Timothy Bradley tells him, "You're losing. You're down on the scorecards." And some of the judges thought that Terrence Crawford was slightly ahead. Close fight. And Terrence Crawford said, "I'm losing. How?" And then, okay, then he drops him twice and gets the stoppage. But that's how close of a fight. He buzzed and hurt Terrence Crawford at least 2 to 3 times in that fight. He buzzed and hurt Errol Spence at least twice in his fight. Shawn Porter has never been blown out in any fight. He is the epitome of a competitor within the sport of boxing. I always say Shawn Porter was the best athlete in the welterweight division in his era. He had the best feet. Shawn Porter just lacked punching power. If Shawn Porter had the punching power of a Errol Spence and a Terrence Crawford, Danny Garcia, maybe even Kell Brook, Shawn Porter could possibly be undefeated. He may have knocked out or knocked down Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford both. He may have been able to hurt Kell Brook and stop the excessive holding. He may have hurt Keith Thurman more than he did against Keith Thurman, especially to the body. Who knows? Obviously, that's hypothetically speaking because Shawn Porter just simply doesn't have that amount of punching power. But nonetheless, Shawn Porter's style is a lot like Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson era in the heavyweight division. The difference is Shawn Porter didn't have Mike Tyson's power. He has Mike Tyson's head movement, foot movement, bob and weave, athletic ability, hand speed, and combinations. He just lacked the punching power. So imagine Mike Tyson without the punching power. That's who Shawn Porter is. Always in competitive fights. Never blown out. Mike Tyson got knocked out. He lost a lot of fights, but those fights were still competitive. He never was blown out outside of maybe, the Lennox Lewis fight. So with that said, it's not shocking to hear Terrence Crawford say that Shawn Porter has a better resume. It's just shocking that he admits that Shawn Porter has a resume better than both. Again, that's factoring in win, lose, or draw, because you can look at Terrence Crawford's resume, Errol Spence's resume, and say, well, they beat Shawn Porter and they're undefeated. Today's time, we put a lot of emphasis on the O, seeing as though we're just coming out of the Floyd Mayweather era, and he put so much emphasis on the O, being a 5-division world champion, retiring 50 wins, no loss, no draw, with 27 wins by way of knockout, and holding every record known to the sport of boxing. He is the epitome of the pinnacle that these young fighters want to reach, and it started with making sure he keep the O. The May Vinci Code, he made that famous. So in yesteryear, Muhammad Ali lost, Sugar Ray Leonard lost, Tommy Hearns lost, Marvin Hagler lost, Sugar Ray Robinson lost. All the greats suffered losses. But Floyd Mayweather put so much emphasis on the O that this generation, this era, based everything off of the O. When in reality, Shawn Porter has never been blown out. He's lost some very close fights, but he's fought any and everybody, all different styles. And you have to tip your hat to Shawn Porter. I always say this, Shawn Porter is a Hall of Famer in my book, period. And Shawn Porter, again, I do agree with Terrence Crawford, has the best resume in boxing, rivaling that of Manny Pacquiao, who was knocked out 3 times, had multiple losses, outboxed. He lost in every which way. Manny Pacquiao was knocked out. He was outboxed. He had draws on his record. But he's an 8-division champion and an icon and a Filipino superstar. Nobody takes that away from Manny Pacquiao. He has more losses than Shawn Porter. but he has a lot of big wins. He had a lot of knockout power. If Shawn Porter had knockout power like Manny Pacquiao, his resume would probably rival that of Manny Pacquiao. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue. Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. So all I got for y'all. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Do Shawn Porter have the best resume in boxing? Let me know. I'm gone. Peace.